Hey, what's going on, friends? Bad Guy Cam here with our Week 7 battle for the NPBA Season 4. This week, we're going up against my good friend, Jode. He is the owner of this league and a very, very good battler and has a very, very scary team. Not looking forward to this week. I can tell you that much. That being said, I do want to just do a little quick thing before we jump into the battles, battle talk and team talk or whatever. And in a video I just made for another league that we have on the channel, the SDF, I mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it here as well, just in case anyone doesn't watch the other video. But just for funsies, and in a callback to the origins of this channel and the card openings that we used to do, I just wanted to, I am sending in some cards to be graded, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll share these in a video and show what the grades end up being. So just some cards I'm sending in, thought it'd be fun to share. We've got a Latias from Plasma Freeze that we're sending in. We've got Eternatus V, like I don't know what these are really called, but pulled it from Shining Fates last year. And then we have a Mega Charizard X EX card that I pulled actually on this channel. Then there's a video, I'll probably link it in the description if you want to go see me pull that Mega Charizard. Yeah, so I'm sending those in. Thought it'd be fun to see what grades they get, and I will share them here on a future video. Be watching out for that, I guess. Okay, let's talk teams. Jode, like I said, has a very, very scary team. He's got Kyurem Black, Gliscor, Slowking, Kartana, Mega Manectric, Togekiss, Jirachi, Roselia, Persian Alola, Centiskorch, and Masquerain. Very, very huge threats here. He has the Kyurem Black and the Kartana, which just hit extremely hard. They cover each other's weaknesses very well. On the special attacking side, Mega Manectric is his biggest threat, but also that Kyurem Black and the Togekiss hit very, very hard as well if they're brought specially offensive. From a speed side of things, again, the Mega Manectric is his fastest thing on his team at 135. He also has the Alolan Persian at 115 and the Kartana at 109. So he does have some very fast things on his team. Other than that, the things I'm scared about, that Slowking being able to teleport into some of those big threats like the Kyurem Black, the Mega Manectric, the Togekiss, the Jirachi, there's just threats up and down this team, which made prep extremely difficult. Looking at his team versus mine, I do think that we have a pretty decent matchup. It's not the best, but there are things, if we play right, we can definitely still win this one. With his 6 that I think he's going to be bringing, I think he's going to bring Togekiss, Gliscor, Mega Manectric, Kyurem Black, Jirachi, and Slowking. I don't think that the Kartana makes it this week. That's the thing with a team with so many threats, is you have to leave some of them off, and that's only to our benefit, right? So depending on what he brings, I definitely could see the Kartana slotting in for the Jirachi. I think Jirachi makes a little bit more sense, though, because it walls things like the Como-O a little bit better. It takes hits from the Sylveon. A Kartana does not want to be switching into any type of Sylveon move, whether it's a resisted Hyper Voice or Mystical Fire. I think Jirachi does a little bit better on that regard. So we will see. We'll see what happens there. I do think that our team that we've built can do well. It's going to take some really good predictions on my part, though, because if he is getting into those threats and firing off some big hits, we only have so many Pokemon to take the hits while having our own team to be able to threaten back and do some damage. So let's start talking about our team. This week, we are bringing Hephaestus, the Mega Aggron, holding the Aggronite with the Filter ability, Sturdy before we Mega Evolve, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, 248 in HP, 16 in attack, 244 in special defense with the Careful Nature. We are bringing this set to be the best wall that we can be. Unfortunately, that Kyurem Black, if it's special, does do a number to us. If it is special, though, then we have ways to play around that, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Looking at what we can do, though, is we can wall pretty much his entire team offensively. Kartana does not do much here. Surprisingly, the Centiskorch is a really, really good matchup against my team. However, it does not do much damage, even though it's hitting Hephaestus super effectively. Even if it's running like an Adamant Band set, I'm pretty sure I did the calcs, and if Fire Lash is only doing like 20-something%, maybe 30. So we really have a good matchup there. defensively, which is why we were able to put most of our EVs into special defense. We are running this set of Earthquake, Stone Edge, Ice Punch. It gets really, really great coverage. This is a really good switch into Togekiss. It's probably going to be running the Flamethrower. We do take a couple of those. However, this is here just to mainly wall pretty much everything it can. It's a great Jirachi answer. It's a great Kartana answer if he brings it. It's a great physical Kyurem Black answer. So very, very good. And then that base 140 attack naturally is hitting pretty hard. Things like Ice Punch are going to be doing a ton of damage to the Gliscor. Same for the Earthquake and Stone Edge. So that's our Mega Aggron this week. Next up, we are going to be bringing Iris, the Sylveon, holding the leftovers, Protect, Wish Bell, Protect, Wish, Heal Belt, Hyper Voice, 252 in HP, 252 in special defense, and 4 in special attack with the Calm Nature. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is, right? It's clearly our special wall. This is what we switch into if he has a special Kyurem. It also handles the Mega Manectric well. It handles the Togekiss well. That Hyper Voice, the only thing, the only thing that it really doesn't want to handle is a Kartana if it's not already switched in. So if Sylveon's not already switching, right? If Kartana's already there, we don't want to be switching into that. Also, like I said, the Jirachi is a bit of a threat there. Aside from that, the Gliscor could be kind of annoying, and I'm actually going to do a quick calc here, really quick, just so I know for my reference, and so I can tell you here, but I believe if he's running a especially defensive Gliscor, we do not do more than 50%. However, if he is running like a defensive Gliscor or an offensive Gliscor, we are doing more than 50%. So fingers crossed he's not bringing that special Gliscor, or else that's a problem for our Sylveon as well. But if he doesn't, then it's still gonna be a problem. Gliscor is a huge problem. I hate Gliscor. Gliscor is the worst. But anyway, Sylveon's here to throw up some wishes, do some heal bells. I do think there's a good chance that he might try to bring like Toxic Spikes potentially. I also think there's a chance that he, tries to burn some things or brings a Centiskorch, and I don't know. I for whatever reason, I feel the Centiskorch might come this week, but it is what it is. That also kind of walls me pretty good, but then we can pivot into other things. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Let's start talking about Styx, the Obstagoon. Flame Orb Gut set this week. Pretty straightforward in that regard. Parting Shot, Knockoff, Facade, Ice Punch, 16 in HP, 252 attack, 4 in defense, 236 in speed with the Adamant Nature. With the speed tiers that he has on his team, we actually, if we were to run max speed, we would speed tie with the Kyurem and the Gliscor. I really don't like running speed ties if I can run something better. And in this case, I'm able to run an Adamant Nature. And I think that that's going to be really important for getting the damage off that we need. And then we outspeed everything Togekiss and below, which I really think is a great move. We are generally pretty bulky, so if we do need to switch into the Gliscor, we're actually taking a few hits from the Gliscor, if it's not like set up with a Sword Stance, that is. Other than that, Obstagoon is here to hit some big knockoffs, do some damage with Facade, and hopefully maybe cause some havoc with that Parting Shot, and we can switch into some things that are going to help us a little bit with the rest of the team that we'll talk about here in a second, that can help us maybe set up and do some cool things. So that's going to be our Styx this week. Nothing too crazy to talk about there. Hopefully we are able to do some good damage. It hits, this is a Jirachi answer for me if he ends up bringing the Jirachi. It also does pretty well against, that Facade's pretty much hitting everything aside from that. So other than that, that's all I want to talk about for Obstagoon. So let's move on and talk about Colonel Sanders, the Moltres. Again, Colonel Sanders put in some work last week. I was extremely happy with how Colonel Sanders did with that specially attacking spec set, but we're back to the heavy duty flame body set where we're running U-turn, Defog, Roost, and Flamethrower, 248 in HP, 84 in special attack, 176 in speed with the timid nature. So with that base 90, we are outspeeding everything base 80 and above. And then, or 80 and below, we're 80 and above. And then, yeah, it's here to do exactly what this set looks like. U-turn, Defog, Roost, and Flamethrower. It's here to Defog, Roost, U-turn, and Flamethrower. It's a pretty basic Moltres set. We've seen it a few times, and that's what we're going with. Okay, sorry for the cut there. I had to go run and check something super quick, but we're back. We talked about Moltres. Now we're moving on, and we're going to be talking about Thunderclap, the Thunderous Therian. This week we're bringing a Life Orb set with U-Turn, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, and Dark Pulse. Obviously, it's got the Volt Absorb ability. 248 in speed, 252 special attack with 8 in hit points and with the Timid Nature. It seems like we're running this EV set every single week to outspeed those base 100s, but again, that's what we're here to do. And with that being said, we're with the Life Orb set this week because we're here to do as much damage as we can. One thing that I am very scared of this week is a Scarf Kyurem Black, and that does not bode well for our Thunderous Therian. So I really considered running like an agility set with 3 attacks instead, because I do think that we also need 3 attacks to be able to hit his team hard. I've been going back and forth, but with the U-turn, that gives us a bit more mobility. So if he is trying to switch into the Kyurem Black, and once we figure out what type of set he is, we can use our walls to, take care of it. Other than that, I really do think that this set is going to be the best set. I think this is one set I've gone back and forth on a couple times. I'm really not sure if this is going to be the right set. I'm wondering if I do need to be running like something more speed boosting, because I didn't bring a whole lot of speed this week. This is going to be our fastest mon, as you'll see, potentially. But at the same time, I think we've got to go with it. Having that Life Orb to be able to pivot around, I didn't want to once run Scarf to lock me into these moves. Life Orb does a little bit more damage. We're able to get that knockout on the Kyurem Black with the Focus Blast, where otherwise we're not able to do that with the Scarf. But I'm not gonna lie, as I'm sitting here and kind of looking through the team this time, I may switch this up. The Gliscor is a little bit of a that's why we're running U-turn though. So yep, I'm executive decision made. We're running Choice Scarf instead of Life Orb. We are gonna lose out on a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I think that having the speed to ensure that we outspeed Scarf Kyurem Black is more important to me. So with this same EV set, we'll be able to outspeed a Choice Scarf Jirachi as well, which will also be good. So I am not running Life Orb. I know I said that earlier, and I know that this over here has been saying Choice Scarf the whole time, but that's because we just changed it live. So we're going to be running Choice Scarf instead. I think that's a little bit better. Hopefully it works out. At the end, if we get choice locked into something that doesn't work, then we'll have a problem. Okay, so next up, we are going to be talking about our last Pokemon we're bringing, which is Muay Thai, the Como-O. We are bringing the Throat Spray Clangorous Soul set this week. So we got the Bulletproof ability, Clangorous Soul, Clanging Scales, Boom Burst, and Flamethrower, 40 in HP, 252 special attack, 216 in speed, with the Timid Nature. This is where we are hoping to sweep at the end. The Clanging Scales, Boom Burst, Flamethrower combination, it just absolutely wrecks his team. So if we are able to get that Clangorous Soul up, barring any Scarfers that he may have, that would outspeed us, which would be, potentially the biggest problem would be the Kyurem Black for sure. If we get +1, the Togekiss, we outspeed as well if it's Scarf. So really the only thing that I'm scared of is, again, that Choice Scarf Kyurem Black, which is why I switched. And the more I think about it, the more I'm happy with it, which is why I think we're good to switch Thundurus to be a Choice Scarf set so that we can handle that a little bit better. So that being said, we are here to sweep endgame. Boom Burst does insane amounts of damage. Clanging Scales as well does so much damage. Looking at his team, he doesn't have any physical priority that he wants to hit me with, so I'm okay, getting that speed boost and then using the Clanging Scales even if my defense is going down. The only things that I really would need to worry about at that point, if he is a Scarf Kyurem Black, but then we're going to be outspeeding it regardless, so it doesn't really matter at that point. And then Flamethrower is there to hit the things that Clanging Scales and Boom Burst will not, namely the Jirachi and the Kartana, even though the Kartana on the special side is absolutely just paper thin. Okay, well that's the team. We're going to be battling Jode here in about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and hopefully things go well. Like I said, I am so scared for this team. That Kyurem Black is an absolute monster. Between the pivot ability of the Slowking and the Gliscor doing Gliscor things and Mega Manectric and potentially a Jirachi and a Togekiss, it was such a tough team to prep for this week. And it's going to be a tough battle, so we're going to have to see how that goes, but we will see you here in just a couple seconds for the battle itself. Okay, we're back with the battle, and we see a couple things that we were not expecting to see. I really didn't think the Kartana was coming. I really thought the Jirachi was coming, and then the Masquerain is here instead of the Mega Manectric, which is very surprising as well. Okay, so let's think about leads. Good luck, have fun. To you too, Jode. Best of luck. I am so scared for this battle. I've been trying to think about what lead I want to go with. I think that Mega Aggron could make a decent lead. I really don't see anything problematic with the Mega Aggron lead. We live hits from the Gliscor, and if he leads with the Gliscor, we can go for the Ice Punch. If he leads with the Slowking, he's likely going to teleport, so we can get up some free rocks. And then hopefully he goes into the Gliscor. To be honest, Mega Aggron looks really, really good here. I'm going to go ahead and just lead with Mega Aggron, I'm not going to lie. Okay, we do see the Slowking lead. We're going to Mega Evolve. How much is a Slowking doing to us damage-wise? Let's take a look. So if he's a defensive version versus my Mega Aggron, yeah, he's not doing a whole lot. If he's like an offensive version, which I've seen Jode bring before, yeah, he's only doing like a third with Scald. We get free rocks up here. He does go for the Scald. We see it do 25%. We know he's not bulky, or he's bulky, not offensive. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch into Obstagoon here, hoping for the Scald. It does 1/3. We get the burn. Totally fine. That's what I was hoping for. Easy burn. Gotta get the burn. But what he doesn't know is I'm Flame Orb, so that actually helps me out quite a bit to know that. Exactly. Gotta reveal Guts with no Flame Orb. So let's think about our play here. What does he go into? I think Togekiss is a decent option. How much is a knockoff doing to a Togekiss? My guess is he's Boots on the Togekiss. Against Obstagoon. Facade is doing a ton of damage. I think I click Facade here. Wait. Before we make this decision, let's really think this through. Because if we click Facade on this Slowking, that's going to be doing also a ton of damage. If he goes into the Kartana, that'd be the only thing that would really be a problem. Knockoff is doing more there. And if he does go into Togekiss, that gives us a free switch into Sylveon. So we're going to just click Knockoff, I think. The only problem is he could be a Colbur Berry. And if he's running Focus Blast, that would be a problem. So I could be a bit more passive and click Parting Shot. But if he clicks Teleport, then he can just go into whatever he's going to go into. I think I just have to click Knockoff here. He lives the Knockoff. We get rid of the leftovers as he goes for the Teleport. That is A-okay with me. We see the Boots. This means we go directly into our Sylveon as he goes for the Defog, and we can throw off a Wish. Likely goes for a Toxic or into the Kartana here. He goes for the Thunder Wave. That's fine with me. I'm not gonna lie. What do I go into now? I think I go into Thundurus now. That was a bit of a risky play. I'm actually very surprised his Slowking lived. I'm actually going to check that really quick. He's got to be like max defense. Bold. Yeah, that's how he lived. He's mostly defensive. And now he has no leftovers, which is great. So what's his switch in here? Maybe the Kartana. I'm going to click Hyper Voice. Yep, so we are going to do some big damage to the Slowking. That also would have been an easy switch into Thunderous there, but that's okay. That is a-okay with me. Okay, I'm going to click Wish again. Do I click Wish again? Or do I just make a big swap here? Because he likely teleports. So I think I have to go for the Wish. Okay, that's okay. He has Slack Off. And then we get back into our sticks to get healed up. And then let's see what his response to sticks is. Probably the Togekiss, if I had to guess. And if he does go back into the Togekiss, this time we are going to go into Thunderous, maybe? Or do we go back into... Yeah, so that is a good point. We are now slower than the Slowking with our Sylveon, which is something to be aware of. That could be good, could be bad. But that is also, we can also know right off the bat if he's going for teleport or not, based on if we go first or not. But at that point, it just doesn't really matter. If he goes, he could definitely go into Kyurem Black here. Oh, he goes into the Kartana. That's okay. That is okay with me. I really think that Moltres is the answer here. It doesn't get anything. It can go for a knockoff, but that's pretty much it. Oh, he gets the crit. Woo! Woo! Ouch. Ouch, that hurt so bad. Ah, okay. I am thinking Moltres is not going to be doing anything for the rest of the game, except for being a sackable option. Huh. I don't know what to do next, I'm not going to lie. Kartana. He is a Life Orb versus my Moltres. Knockoff was going to be doing over half with the crit. That did 85%. Yep, he's definitely Jolly. Jolly Life Orb. But we can't let him get the Beast Boost. How much does a... What does that move it get? The steel move it gets. Steel Strike, or Steel... Smart Strike. That's what it is. 70. Yeah. Mega Aggron. He's doing a ton to Mega Aggron. Oh my gosh. KO's my Thunderous. KO's Moltres. The only thing he's not going to kill is Komo-o, and I can't lose my Komo-o. Oh, that was unfortunate. I don't know what to do. I really don't. We know he's not Scarf, which is fine, but I think I have to let Moltres go here. We're just going to click Flamethrower. Come on, get the burn. Get the burn. No burn. And no burn. Okay, so we go into Thunderous here. And then we click... So we're already on Kartana. And then if I go into Thunderous, Focus Blast wrecks it. So does Dark Pulse. What's he outspeeding? He's got to have some EVs on here. I think I have to click Dark Pulse. There we go. Okay, cool. That was scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, well we lost our Moltres, but Thundurus does take out the Kartana. Oh gosh. So that gives him a free switch into this monster. And we're going to have to see what set he is, but we're going to just have to go into Mega Aggron here. Focus Blast. Okay, so he's special. That's okay with me. So then we're going to go into Sylveon. I think we have to. That was a good prediction. Good prediction there. So we're going to try... Well, he's also banking on hitting me again. But now we know he has Focus Blast. Let's do a quick damage calc. Kyurem B. And if he has Focus Blast, and that did what damage? Where is Aggron? There's Aggron. Did 55% to my Mega Aggron. It didn't crit, right? So that shows me... Oh, that means he's not Life Orb. Yep. So probably Leftovers maybe, or Choice Scarf. He's not max attack, so he's a mix set. He is a mix set for sure. But he's not Life Orb, so he's doing less damage. I think we do have to switch into Sylveon here. Regardless of what he goes for. Maybe he's like a naive set. So he did 55 to my Mega Aggron. Yeah. Yep, he goes for the Fusion Bolt. That's doing half. That's okay. Interesting choice to go for the Fusion Bolt. We also know he's not Scarfed at this point. There's a chance Fusion Bolt didn't knock me out there. That was a risky play. And that did 49%. So that definitely could have been a low roll. And if he goes for Icicle Spear here, I've got to click Protect here, I think. But Icicle Spear is a risky move for him because he has to hit at least 3 times, if not 4, depending on his set. And my Hyper Voice is doing a ton of damage. And we also know it's not Scarf now, so Thundurus looks really pretty good here. I'm going to click Protect. Oh. Of course. I mean, at least he only got the 2 roll, and that's fine, I guess. I don't know what to do. I gotta just click Wish, I guess. That was annoying. And then we come in and we just click Focus Blast. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, saw that coming. There's the Gliscor. Does a third. He gets his Toxic up. We get to... He's going to probably get some rocks off here. But at this point, what do I come in against with Muay Thai to set up? Pretty much anything. I'm going to go into Obstagoon, though. It feels like a good play. It was an awful play. It was a terrible play. Oh gosh, that was a great play on his part. So he goes into Egg Waffle for sure. Defog, Thunderwave. Probably Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash if I had to guess. Oh my goodness, this. I'm very disappointed with how this game has gone. Oh my goodness, we got the crit on the Moltres, we got the para on the Sylveon. Those two things were very, very sad to see. I'm so happy that we at least got the 2-hit on the Icicle Spear, but then it didn't really do anything anyway. Okay, here's the Masquerain. And he's going to try to Quiver Dance all over me. What's going to do most to this thing? And I just let it go down here. Like, 100%. Versus a Masquerain, if I am -1 attack. What's this thing's base speed? 80? We outspeed it, unless he's Scarf. We're going to click Facade. Hung on, using the Sash, goes for the Quiver Dance. And then we go for the Facade. Yep, there's the Bug Buzz. Then we go into... We gotta go into Thundurus. And then we click U-turn. Even though this thing's gonna take me out. Okay, okay. We go for the U-turn. That's okay with me. And then we go into Como-O here. I think I'm going to actually click Boom Burst here. If he goes for knockoff though, that's a bit of a problem. Because he is going to be faster than me. So I'm actually going to switch into... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are in danger. I think I have to still click Clangorous Soul here. I think I do. So if we've got Como-O in against this Gliscor, we can see how much damage he was taking from that Thunderous Dark Pulse, where we did about 30%, I believe. Glizzy. Let's see what Glizzy was doing earlier. It was actually the Focus Blast that did about 30%. Yeah, he's got no investment. Or very little. I gotta go for the Clangorous Soul here. Clangorous Soul! Okay. And then we click Boom Burst. We click Boom Burst. And then if he goes into Togekiss, if he has Dazzling Gleam versus my Como-O, if I am +1, he seems to be defensive though, so we actually might live. Actually, no, we don't live. And Boom Burst does nothing back to it if he's bulky. I mean, he's going to do a lot, don't get me wrong. But that's the play there, for sure. Unless he's not carrying Dazzling Gleam, but he's got to be running Dazzling Gleam. Yeah. So the question is, do I give up my boost here? Let's take a look. I needed to get more damage on this thing. I really think this is probably going to be game right here. Oh, okay. Because he's going to be especially bulky. Or he's just going to be bulky in general. I'm surprised he did not go for the knockoff on the Gliscor. Because I can technically do that again. But I've got to give it up. Yep. That's what I had to do. It's what I had to do. And then we're going for the Dark Pulse. It does a third. And then we go into Mega Aggron, sack this thing off. Does lots of damage, but then we're just going to die to whatever he goes for here. So we click for Stone Edge. Unless he gets a low roll. Low roll? Low roll? No. Then we go back into Thunderous. And then, I mean, he goes for what? Probably the Gliscor. I'm going to click Thunderbolt. Oh, we get the para. What's this? What's this? No way. LOL. Oh my goodness. Well, that only did 29%. So I just have to click Thunderbolt again and hope for another para. But yeah, that's it. GG's though. GG's though. Well, that was a game that we played. Gosh dang it. Well, I didn't mention this in the battle, or the team builder, or at the beginning of the battle, but that was a pretty important game for us to win, and we definitely did not win it at all. But yeah, that was an unfortunate battle. We got a little bit of luck there at the end with the hacks, but it was GG's at that point. It really was. With the plays earlier in the game, I think I made a couple misplays for sure, but in the end, it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, GG's to Jode. Well played, having a great season, and I think that kind of does it for our playoff hopes. But unfortunately, we still have a couple games left, so we will definitely play our best there. We might try to bring some more fun sets, but other than that, thanks for the game, Jode. Good luck, and we'll see you for next week's battle.